How's it going, everybody? Chad Shoop here with my brand new Bank It or Tank It video where we run through 5 stocks. I'm going to tell you whether or not they're stocks that you want to bank on going higher or stocks that are set to tank and head lower. And these are all designed to help fuel trades for my Flash Alerts research service. So if you're interested in getting into a service where you're going to get the actual buy and sell signals based on the charts that I'm going to be showing you today and that I've showed you in previous videos, then be sure to click the link up here to learn more. So today, 5 stocks, and I want to get right into it. But first, just the overall stock market. It's crazy right now. It's bouncing around back and forth every single day. Basically, it's like a different sentiment in the market. So how do you trade that? How do you trade a market that's just whipsawing back and forth? I mean, we pulled lower at the end of this week, but hey, we're still not lower than where we were last week. So this market is just bouncing all around. And it's really starting to consolidate here. Once you get these whipsaws back and forth, it's really consolidating and about to set up to make another big move. And we want to be ahead of that. So I have 5 stocks for you today to take a look at that are already starting to show some trend breaks in these stocks, and then other ones that you'll know exactly when to jump in. So let's start with our first one is Restaurant Brands International. So this company just broke below a key support that I have highlighted on this chart. This green rising support line, then we have the red horizontal resistance channel. This is an ascending triangle pattern setting up for a breakout. This was a breakout on earnings. It fell on Valentine's Day on a weak earnings report, but then ended up closing at the highs of the day. Then now has just trended sideways since then. So we want to keep watching this rising support line, and also this where it basically ended up closing at on Valentine's Day, the 66.60 level roughly. And if it stays below that, this stock is a tank it stock. As long as it stays below this green support line that is now going to act as resistance, we want to keep this stock on our tank it list. We're expecting it to head lower. It could easily fall down to this 61.60 range on the downside, because this is a previous resistance level that turned into a support. You can see here going back, this touched several tops for the chart. It was a key resistance, and if we just extend that over, that's going to be a key support level on the downside that you need to keep an eye on. So this is how we're going to trade Restaurant Brands. We want it on a tank it list. We may look to add some bearish trades in it here very soon as it starts to drift lower and catch a nice little run to the downside. Now, the next stock up, Cigna Corp. This company has already broken the uptrend. They had a long established uptrend here, broke below that in February. Now started to see a little bit of a rally, which you want to see because it's basically like a retest, kind of a head fake. We got to push lower, then we come back higher, and then everybody wants to see which way it's going to go next. So right now, this is setting up to basically continue lower from here and establish a bit of a downtrend, or it could trade sideways, but it doesn't look bullish right now. So being below this previous support level, and then as long as it stays below this peak right here on this upside, even the highs of that around 303 per share, stays below that, this is a tank it stock. These first 2 companies showing some bearish momentum here. This stock could easily roll over. We've seen that in a lot of companies, especially in 2022, that were doing well. Cigna Healthcare Company was doing well in 2022 while the rest of the market wasn't, but now it's pulling back. So we're going to have that on our tank it list for now and just keep an eye on how it kind of whipsaws around here with the rest of the market. Up next with CVS, another healthcare related company. This one's been grinding broadly to the downside in 2022. Very wide price channel here, but something to keep an eye on. And that's a tradable channel because we've been seeing these rallies out of the lows, shooting back up to this resistance line. And that's where we are now. We're in the lows of this level, but it's trending lower right now. So we want to keep an eye on this. And if we can get some momentum to the upside, then I think that you can buy CVS Health Corp and look for it to make another run here in this wide price channel. So for CVS Health, since it's holding into a price channel, even though it's trending lower, it's at the lower end of this price channel. So we're going to be able to put this on our bank it list for today because it gives us an opportunity here for plenty of upside potential. And just based on these quick lines that we're looking at on the chart, it has a support just below where it's trading at. So we're going to have this on our bank it list for today. Up next is Microsoft, the tech company. So this company was one of the ones that just slid lower throughout 2022 very clearly. 2023 started off to the upside, a nice little breakout. So we're breaking the downtrend in Microsoft. So that was good to see. I think we could still get a little bit more of a pullback out of this stock, but it's going to be a bank it stock. It's still heading lower. So that is something that we want to keep an eye on. But right now it looks like it's trying to make a trend change, at least to a sideways trend, bouncing around or a bullish trend. So we're going to have this on our bank it list for today. We're going to look for upside trades in Microsoft, especially as we get a little bit more of a pullback and then maybe a buying opportunity out of that. And then Netflix is another company I wanted to look at today. This company is just trading right along some key price channels here. So this is a nice little price channel, very defined to the upside. A support down here on the bottom, then a resistance up here that is turned support. So now it's green. Once it broke above that, this is in January. So break above that. Now we're riding along this as a support. And as long as this holds, this is very bullish for the stock. We could look for this thing to bounce off this and shoot higher here. So Netflix, it's flirting with it now. So this one could go either way, bearish or bullish. But we're going to have it on a bank it list, and we're going to expect that these lows right here hold, and we get to go higher in the Friday and into next week. So we're going to keep an eye on Netflix. But for today, let's throw it on a bank it list and look for a way to trade it. Lastly, Lamb Weston. This company is another one just trading in these perfect little triangle patterns. Very clear. This is a rising wedge pattern. Now we have a ascending triangle pattern and a breakout's coming. This one is flirting right around this $100 price level, and it's going to break out. It's not going to stay in this trend. This gives you the expected move from the top to the bottom. So we're looking at almost $6 per share movement here in the stock coming up. So look for that to take place here very soon. Once this market overall is going to give us a signal, it's going to break to the upside or downside, and expect a quick, swift move here in Lamb Weston. You might want to jump in now with some calls or puts to take advantage of this upcoming trade. And just keep in mind, these tend to be continuation patterns. So I kind of like a move here in Lamb Weston to the upside. We're going to throw it on our bank it list for today. All right, so remember, quick video today, 5 stocks, just a few minutes, to run through them all. I wanted to make it short and sweet because I track all of these in my flash alert system on the other side of things. So be sure to click below or up top to get more information on my flash alerts and how to join us and take advantage of that system. So that's all for today. Till next time, I'm Chad Shoup.